There are two major rules that I can mention. Find the best advertising people and leave them alone. Some of the biggest pieces of advertisement, they came like that. If every member of the senior management has the authority to influence that process of creativity, this is the easiest recipe to kill that process itself.
Welcome to Vision Voices. In this short take with Salvatore Caizzone, we're going to talk about some consumer product launches and how they became runaway successes while others fail. We want to spotlight on one important aspect of this success, and that is namely how these ideas and projects are nurtured inside companies. Salvatore surely should know a thing or two about it. He was part of a top team building a big business in a leading company during its heydays. So Salvatore, what do you think are the lessons you want to share with our viewers?
Yeah, a very simple learning that I have had over my business life. While the management of operations is a teamwork, the job of creating new things, particularly in communication, is or should never be actually the result of a committee. There is a sentence that people that used to work with me, they probably would still remember. I am a supporter of creativity by commando, not by committee. And some of the biggest pieces of advertisement that we have created on major brands, I don't name them, but they are well known by everybody, they came like that. And the learning is very simple. If you want to do something which makes an impact, has to be cornery, has to be sharp, has to be something which was never before. That's why it's called creativity, because it's new. There are two major rules that I can mention. Find the best advertising people, the best marketeers that you have in your team, and leave them alone. Do not oppress them with a review, checking what they're doing. Ask them to come back to you with the final result. Point number two, you as the manager, you as the leader, be prepared to be uncomfortable with something. If you are too comfortable with the result that they come to you, it means it's too predictable, and very likely it won't work.
Interesting. That's very unconventional in the way things are done in most multinational companies, given that there are so many metrics organizations and accountability across geography and category. How would something like that work?
In my organization, I understood very quickly that the more people are involved in projects that assume creativity, the more they start adjusting, correcting, softening, and somehow they would reduce the corner aspect of that communication. And it is precisely that corner aspect, that sharpness, that makes the impact. That's why I'm saying leave them alone and be prepared to some level of uncomfort when the result comes to you back.
It appears to be a call to a lot of companies to basically level up, flatten organizations, make accountability, more focused, such that people will, essentially bring the best out. If you allow too many opinions to come in and crowd out potentially explosive creative ideas, then I guess you're basically saying that it will just be another one of those typical...
Will be a board-created communication. No board-created communication has ever worked, as far as I know. And this is what happens if every member of the senior management has the opportunity, the possibility, the authority to influence that process of creativity. This is the easiest recipe to kill that process itself. First of all, make sure that you choose the right team of a small commando rather than a committee, who are the most creative, the most intuitive people, but who understand also, obviously, what we are trying to do. The second thing is leave them alone. Do not interfere with what they're doing, which means also give them the power to do what they have been asked to do. And the third element, as a leader, be prepared to be uncomfortable with the outcome. Because if the outcome is too predictable, ultimately, it very likely won't work.